Over beer the bird of forgetfulness broods, and steals the minds of men. With the heron's feathers fettered I lay, and in Gunloth's house was held. Hello everybody, this is Jeremy, and welcome back to turn 13 of Attica's game, Aries, where we are playing the Well of Urd, god of Utgard. And this is probably actually going to be a pretty quick turn. We've hit that threshold after early game expansion, where you're either in an early war or you're not, and we're not, so things are kind of turning a little placid, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for us. It gives us the option to assess our scenarios and take benefit of our scales, basically. So no messages this time around. We completed Enchantment 4, fantastic. We searched for magic sites in Kodakar and in Rim Mountains, but found nothing. And we've got a couple of battles to watch. So this first one is Vadihheim versus some independents. We'll go ahead and watch that. And this is a bunch of wolves, which this is actually a little bit of a dicey script, right? It's possible that those Cav just headed this direction and took out his goad, right? That could be pretty bad. Now, these guys basically just win off of the HP route. They kill enough Cav and other members to rout the rest of the Cav. Again, primarily because these guys have very high defense. That's the thing that makes them the most dangerous. They lost one wolf brother. Then we have a battle against Lemuria versus Gath that we're getting to witness up here. Okay, gotcha. So Lemuria was probably just trying to jump from pond to pond. I doubt that they're actually trying to take... well, maybe they are. They might be trying to take land from Gath and do it in kind of like a apologize for it, ask forgiveness rather than permission type scenario. But that army that we saw Gath moving last turn actually moved into this location last turn. And the Anakites or the Gibbers, right, have Anakite swords, which are magical. Actually, let's look at Gath's Bless. Ooh, goodness. Attack 2, Shock 10, Poison Resistance 15, Fire 5, Cold 5, Defense 2, Magic Resistance 1, Strength 2, Dark Vision 50. So this is a pretty big Rainbow Bless, or Rainbow-esque Bless, right? I don't think it's quite full rainbow. No blood. Maybe? I don't remember. Anyways, these Gibbers are gonna chop up this army from Lemuria without any real issue. Chop, 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 chop. Easy peasy. This is kind of scary. Like, these guys legit. These are no joke. High defense skill, hard hitting, high hit points, decent protection, decent magic resist, decent morale. They're not the to be feared Anakites, and this isn't a crazy bless. This is just a nice take them into, because you're basically relying on their stats, their prowess in the early game to carry you, and the defensive resistances carries you in the late game. So very cool, very cool. So this army from Lemuria just gets annihilated. I say army, this single turn of a quarter of, not even a quarter, a eighth of his free spawn, basically, is probably how that goes, right? No big deal, right? I doubt he's gonna be upset. And then we actually pinged Tapanere, which is the throne. So, feels a little loud. I'm gonna drop the music a bit. So we get to see what's going on in here, and oh my gosh. Okay, so what is going on here is a crazy amount of Cav. That's, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 24-ish Cav, somewhere in there, right? Close to the same amount of light cav, a bunch of militia, a bunch of light infantry, a bunch of archers, and a bunch of sages. Yeah. Sages actually aren't too terribly bad. They normally spend their time doing nothing but buffing themselves and throwing out random buffs. This guy might actually do a couple things. He does have some nature gems, so he might do a bunch of swarm, stuff like that. Maybe a buff or two, like a big battlefield buff, like Light of the Northern Star or something like that. Maybe he does that and then they start mine burning. I don't know. It's possible. But the AI normally is not that smart. More than likely, what these guys are all just going to do is they're just going to spam buffs on themselves and each other. So that's most likely what's going to happen. This is really this big block of heavy cab, right? If I can chew that up, I can probably win the rest of it. There's a lot of range though between the javelins on the light infantry and the archers and the light cav. That's a lot of. This is big. This is hefty. I'm glad that I did not decide to try to just blindly attack this. I say blindly, but like launch a big party in there and hope that it was going to be enough. That being said, it is something that I do think I can take soon, just not immediately. And that is basically with Horde of Skeletons, I think. So, what do we have? We have a magic site found in Waywoods. What did we get? We got Dying Forest. Oh, nice. Death and Nature. Unfortunately, it does increase death, but it's not one of those sites that's like, okay, this province is crap now. It increases death by 1 tick, which means this will always be a growth 2 province instead of a growth 3 province, which I don't really give a shit. Like, I'm still willing to put a fortress right here. It's going to get a bunch of resources from other locations. I think that this is absolutely still worthwhile. The recruitment points will be lower than Debrithia, and they will not scale as well, necessarily. But they're not going to be bad. They're not going to be, like, super bad or anything like that. So, I think that's still probably going to be our plan. And some nature gems. Nice. Awesome. And then Madame Fortuna has left, which is fine. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, so I do have this kind of like selected. I forgot to change that. So I kind of have this idea, right? What am I going to do with... Am I going to try to get Runia and have this little peninsula, this little isolated portion of land jutting out here? I don't think it's worthwhile. I don't think it's worthwhile because this raiding party that we just... Or raiding party. This expansion party that we just watched has nowhere else to go except for Runia, right? So he's probably going to go there, and he's going to chew that up. Will he chew us up? Well, realistically, I don't know. It's super close. Every time we hit, we're going to kill. Every time, but we have to hit, and he has an advantage on that. We have higher protection than he does, so he's got to hit us more times. We also have more hit points. Could we beat this? I think so. Could we beat it without losses? I don't think so. Do I think the losses are worth the income right here? And not really, honestly. I would rather go ahead and get these into position, which I think is what we're going to do. So we're moving them up towards Waywoods. We're going to project power here, and we're going to site search, and then next turn we're going to start building stuff. What are we doing this turn? Well, we are going to start building a temple down here in Deforos, okay? And then we're already recruiting Seathkonas down here, right? We're going to start recruiting Nornas. We've got our first Scrotty, which I have named Gunloth because that's the name that popped up in the pros, right? So that's kind of what I'm probably going to do, at least for Scrotties. Scrotties, I am still calculating. So me naming all of these like 6 and 12 and all my scouts and everything like that, it is for more than a reason. I like to, in big games like this, I like to calculate how much of something I produce to kind of like get a feel for like, was this a good amount, right? And I like to, over the course of games, know that, hey, I produced 60 scouts over the course of this game, and I felt like my vision was phenomenal. Versus, hey, I produced 40 scouts over the course of this game, and I felt like my vision was lacking, right? You know, that type of stuff. So I'm going to be tracking the Scrotty numbers anyways, but I'm probably going to be giving Scrotty's actual names because they'll probably end up on the leaderboard if I'm running them right. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So, first off, I'm going to recruit a Norna. Second off, I'm going to recruit... no. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to get a commander over here. Little commander is just going to come, and he's going to... I say that. I don't want to use a turn for this. We might end up having to use... We've got options, right? We have undead, and I might end up using like a Seath, but I don't like doing that. I probably should have taken like some undead leadership on my sacred, so I could do stuff like this with my goads. But I don't plan on making that much use of the undead, truth be told. I'm just kind of doing it right now. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do another reanimation. I just plan on doing it a fair amount earlier. We're probably going to stop doing a chunk of our reanimation and start doing, once we start getting Nornas, we're probably going to start twice-borning all of our Nornas, because they can do that out of the gate, and they're not especially expensive to twice-born after the twice-born changes. So we're probably going to be doing that. What do I want to do? I think I make this commander. Because at the very least, he's going to be able to grab just gaudy huskarls or things like that. Maybe I do a wave here. What do we got? Patrol strength is here and precision. We got one, actual one. So these guys are actually at 1.1. They're actually really good patrollers. So probably our best. What do we have? Javelins, axe, javelin. Yeah, we'll do these guys. We'll just do a big old swarm of them. And then we'll send them out as kind of like patrollers. And we're probably not next turn or the turn after, but pretty soon we're gonna set up a blood factory. Maybe in the Land of Plenty, maybe over here in Lowmark, right? We'll see. Not super... I don't have, like, a specific, like, oh, yeah, this absolutely, like, I have to do it right here. So, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this Seath Force 1 is gonna start heading back. And then what am I doing down here? We're building, we're defending, we're gonna be preaching. Am I gonna do this? Is now the time? The time is now? No, I'm probably not going to kill Balder the Prophet yet. I'm probably going to leave him just preaching for now. Actually, he can't do anything here, so let's have him head over here and he'll start preaching in Defaros. And then we're going to keep building Gaudy Huskarls down here. And all of our extra resources go into scouts. So, now that we have that up, let's move our scout forces around. We're heading up into Lemuria land. Over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Okay. We're going to follow Gath's little army down here. We're going to head over into Ulm territory. Oh, I forgot to do that. Hey yo. I remember this. I got sidetracked last turn. I remember. I guess we'll cancel the scout for this turn. Do I have to cancel a Godi and then put a scout back up? Yeah. Like, yeah. Scout. Easy peasy. So I'd forgotten to do this last turn. That's my bad. Kodakar is actually a pretty freaking good, fucking province. Again, we've got a bunch of really good provinces. Okay. Jarl 1. What is he's got the big army. I say big army. If I could get this force down here. And I get this force over here. I think I could take Tapanete in a turn or two. Like, honestly. I don't know that I want to do. I'm gonna move on that throne though. I think I'm gonna wait until I get my horde of skeletons up. So I think that's the best plan. I think trying to rush it is just gonna. That's not gonna end well. So we're gonna patrol province here. I need to get patrol set up actually all through my border with Midgard. I need to start patrolling in a lot of different locations because he can alpha strike the shit out of me like really easily. So I need to do that sooner rather than later. All right, I think that is mostly it for the turn. And then we're gonna pop into messages. And we really only have one message to send out this turn because not a whole lot is going on. So we're going to send out the waters of the well begin to stagnate, which is kind of, I mean, that's not necessarily true. We're not stagnating, but I'm giving that information out there that we're not really doing a whole lot on this particular turn. Man, my lord, that is a bunch of income for this freaking point in the game. Like, that is that feels really good. Like, we're not big by any stretch of the imagination, right? But that's some nice income. And it's only going to get better, right? As our growth continues to push up in these three provinces primarily, but in other places like Kodakar and in Lomark, right? Those are receptive locations. Waywoods will be a little slower thanks to the death. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for this turn. I will see you all next time. Peace.